everyone, welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to get right into the April, May, June outlook for the sign of Leo. Alright, so this is going to be the second quarter of the year, 2020. We're going to take a look at what your general outlook is. What is going to be your main focus, if there are any challenges or blessings coming in, right? This is just one outlook, by the way, so of course it's not going to resonate with everyone. It's not going to be everybody's story, and that's fine. But yeah, just take what applies to you. We're going to do a full Celtic spread, a full Celtic spread for you, and then I'll pull some clarifiers at the end, and that will be your reading. All right, guys, so let's get right into it. I've already been shuffling quite a bit off camera, so we can get right into cutting your cards, Leo. All right, here we go. So straight out at the center, you have a 5 of Wands covered by a 9 of Pentacles. You have Page of Wands in your focus, and in your unconscious, you have a 9 of Swords. Let's get these straightened out. All right. Coming in, you are resonating with the High Priestess, and coming out of this period, you'll be resonating with the Knight of Pentacles. 7 of Swords, Knight of Wands, your attitude and energy that meets you, your hopes and dreams and your fears, and your general outcome, which is strength. Wow. So this is going to be a period of learning for you and growth, Leo. You are showing up in your own reading, of course, with that strength card. That is your card. All right, so let's see. Bottom of the deck, we have the Tower. So again, growth and learning, definitely. Let's move this over, put this right here. We'll be pulling clarifiers from the Cosmic Tarot deck in just a little while. So, yeah, I mean, right away I see you have some strife going on, some power struggle here at the center, covered by that 9 of Pentacles. It's going to be something to do with work, certainly, or career. All right. Yeah, this is going to be a tricky period for you, Leo, but you're absolutely going to come out of it very, very strong, of course. And we're looking ahead to that strength card. Let me go ahead and just get right into your spread then. All right, straight off in the center, we have your main focus is 5 of Wands covered by a 9 of Pentacles. So 5 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles indicates, well, first of all, the 5 of Wands is a power struggle, right? It's a competition, a battle that you're having. So you're going to be quite embroiled right now, or certainly during this period, April, May, June, with a competition of sorts, a competitive battle, a power struggle somewhere along the line. I think this is going to involve your job, because you're covered with a 9 of Pentacles, which is the energy that is kind of working with you through all of this, right? And 9 of Pentacles is all about ambition. The 9 of Pentacles is someone who is very talented, very skilled, very accomplished. This is someone who's already started to experience a certain sense of achievement, right? You have certain rewards have already begun to come in for you. 9 of Pentacles is living in the lap of luxury to a certain degree, right? And oftentimes 9 of Pentacles individuals, or this energy, Leo, can engender or get people to want to sort of be competitive with you, right? Knock you off your square. I feel like this is going to be something going on at work, you know? You know, you have a 5 of Wands covered with this strong, earthy energy of 9 of Pentacles. By the way, Pentacles also rules the physical body. So a 9 of Pentacles individual is somebody who's extremely healthy, someone who takes very good care of their health, their physical state, as well as their career and their business. So it's quite interesting that that is what's going on for you. Now, this could be a struggle or a battle that you've already been in for quite some time, but it's certainly going to take center stage April, May, June. Right? And it's a sense of competition. Now, this could just be competitiveness between you and colleagues, right? You know, trying to win that promotion perhaps, or trying to win that contract, or it could just be competitiveness with regard to your business. You may have a business that where you're constantly sort of comparing your, you know, your I want to say your production, your productivity, your achievements, etc., comparing that to other businesses in the same field. It doesn't necessarily have to be a nasty competition, but it's definitely a competition, right? It's definitely a battle of trying to see who is the best. Now, Page of Wands is what you're going to be focused with during this period. And so you're very idealistic. This is certainly going to be about an area in your life that you feel very passionate about, right? You may have started something new, Leo. You may have started a new business or a new project, right? And right now you're being very Page of Wands about it, very idealistic. You believe in it. No one can slow you down. It's a very highly creative endeavor, probably, right? And so nothing's going to stop you. All right, so you certainly have that energy, right? Regardless of whatever competition you're in, you're already starting off as a very highly competitive individual with this 9 of Pentacles. But but more than that, it's like this particular track that you're on or path that you're on is something that you really believe in. It's not like you're just punching a clock or something like that. It's something that you really believe in strongly. So it could be, again, like I said, it could be a new business that you started, or a new track in your business, a new line of product or service that you're providing. It could be like an invention or an idea of sorts, right? A creative idea that you're trying to manifest. And so you are definitely going to be extremely enthusiastic about what you're doing. You're going to believe in it. You're going to believe in the principles of it. And you're going to be quite passionate, which is one of the reasons why you're going to absolutely come out on top here, because those who are competing with you may not necessarily have the same passion for whatever this objective is that you do. However, in the back of your mind, Leo, you have a lot of sleepless nights this month. Well, not this month, excuse me. I meant to say this second quarter, right? Because we're doing an April, May, June outlook. But for this period, you're going to have a lot of anxiety. You're going to have a lot of sleepless nights. You're going to have a lot of worrying. Can I do it? Can I achieve it? Am I being crazy to think that this is doable? You're going to have a lot of doubts and a lot of worries. It could be that financially things may not be exactly where you want them to be because you're just starting out, perhaps, right? This is definitely a new endeavor. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a new career, but it's definitely a new endeavor, new approach, or new project with that Page of Wands. But yeah, so you're a little worried here. I think in the back of your mind, you're definitely going to be feeling a bit alone as well. Like you're the only one sort of fighting for this. You're the only one battling for this, So there's going to be a lot of sleepless nights where you're kind of up by yourself, like sort of trying to get yourself motivated, or perhaps trying to deal with your anxieties or your fears that you won't succeed. This is really normal energy, Leo. So please don't be too disheartened, because whenever you're trying to do something that's really important, that you feel passionate about, it's going to you're going to have some nights where you're just worried that it's not going to work out. That's a natural human thing. 9 of Swords is certainly, I want to say, it's a type of misery or anguish that we really put ourselves through. It's not symbolic of any reality. Just because you have these worries, it's not sort of some kind of sign that you are definitely going to fail or anything like that. It's just very natural, normal anxieties when you're trying to accomplish something and you're really kind of doing it all by yourself. Right? Now you're coming into this period with a high priestess. And so in your heart of hearts, you're doing the right thing, right? Your intuitive voice is telling you, Leo, keep pushing. You're doing the right thing. You're on the right track. You may even have an idea of how things are going to pan out, right? Because the high priestess has a very high level of intuition. She has a high level of self-confidence, despite any anxiety that you may experience at times. You still have a high level of self-confidence and belief in yourself. And it could very well be that to a certain degree, you already see the way everything's going to unfold, but maybe you don't trust it. You know, sometimes you have an idea about something, especially if you're doing like a business or a career. You have an idea, you know in your heart of hearts, you know, like for instance, yeah, maybe I am going to not, you know, maybe it's not going to go as fast as I thought, but it'll work out, or maybe this or that. You know, you have a sort of an idea or a picture of how things are going to work out. And a lot of times that's your intuitive voice telling you, you know, getting you ready for the ups and the downs, you know. And but in any case, the High Priestess is a strong card to have coming in, because at the core of your being, right, at the center of your heart, you know that you are on the right track, right? You know that what you're trying to achieve is what you were meant to be doing. So this is a very nice, strong energy to come into this period with, because you will need a sort of reservoir of confidence coming in because of all of this battling. Now, you're going to come out of this period with a Knight of Pentacles, and it's going to feel very much like you are well on the road to your goal, right? Knight of Pentacles is very much sort of plodding along, achieving along the way, little steps along the way. He's the most committed knight in the deck, right? And it's kind of like the ball will be rolling, right? So if you're starting something new, if it's a new path, if it's a new business, I think by the end of April, May, June, you're going to be well cemented on this path in terms of not doubting anymore, right? Whereas you may have come in feeling like, okay, this is something I want to do, I want to accomplish, but we'll see. By the end of this quarter, you're going to be definite. You're going to be committed. I think a certain amount of rewards will have started to come in. And a certain amount of reaffirmations will have started to come in to let you know that you are on the right track, right? That you are sort of, you know, on the right path for your career, for your destiny, as far as, you know, what you're wanting to accomplish is concerned, right? Now, you're coming into this month, interesting, your attitude towards this period, Seven of Swords, and you are met with a Knight of Wands. So you definitely are coming in a little bit feeling like nothing's working again, right? You feel strongly about it, but it could be that you've been kind of beginning to work on this idea. This may be, again, like I said, if it's a new business or a new career path, and maybe you started it earlier this year. You know, you may have gone into it earlier this year. You may have gone into it late last year, what have you. But for, you know, the period, or the attitude, rather, the attitude that you're coming into April, May, June with is based on your experience so far. And I think so far, you may have not experienced the level of success that you wanted to, right? Seven of Swords is a real feeling of futility. It's a feeling of, you know, no matter what you try, you can't seem to accomplish, you know, the goal that you're seeking. Again, I think that this is really down to the fact that it's early days. I think that it's really down to the fact that whenever you're trying to achieve something important, sometimes you're going to have periods where it's not working the way you wanted it to work, right? Because everything, you know, the goals, we have a certain goal for our lives, but the path is unsure. And whatever decisions we make along that path, we have to also put up, you know, we have to deal with consequences, right? We have to deal with outside influences and outside energies that we couldn't have foreseen or planned for. So sometimes it does feel like, you know, you're banging your head up against the wall and you're not getting anywhere. But there's definitely going to be movement in April, May, and June, right? There will be movement coming in, and a lot of it is going to be down to your determination. Nevertheless, Seven of Swords is there. That is kind of an attitude you're coming into this period with, but you're met with a Knight of Wands, and this is a feeling of enthusiasm all of a sudden, right? A fire gets lit underneath of you. I think certain people are going to come into you that represent this Knight of Wands energy that are going to remind you of, you know, that how good you are at what you do, that you're definitely on the right track. They're going to be kind of your support, kind of your cheerleader section, as it were, right? The Knight of Wands is an energy of someone who comes in and they believe in what you're doing. You know, they believe in you. They believe in your ability to accomplish it. This is the person, friend or colleague or what have you, who can come in and say, look, Leo, I'm right behind you. You know, I'm right beside you. I believe in what you're doing. You got to keep on pushing. Sometimes Knight of Wands is an energy that we tap into for ourselves, you know, where we're saying, look, we need to increase our I need to increase my self-confidence, or I need to keep on pushing even though I'm depressed, or even though things aren't working out exactly the way I want them to. I got to keep trying, right? But I think this is going to be an attitude that is met, that you are met with, right? That is coming into you. And I think it's going to be certain people, specific people who come in, and they're really going to give you that boost. They're going to give your passion for what you're trying to accomplish that shot in the arm, which will keep you going, right? I remember Nine of Swords is like, it's that anxiety before you sort of reach the light at the end of the tunnel, because Ten of Swords is completion. It's when you finally sort of completed that difficult long road, and the worst is now finally behind you. So it's still kind of an uphill battle, but I think you're going to have everything that you need. You have two knights coming in that are very sort of supportive, right? They're strong knights. They're very supportive knights. They're probably, Knight of Pentacles is the most committed. The Knight of Wands is probably the second most committed knight in the deck, right? So it's a strong energy that's coming in that is going to be urging you forward. Now, here's your position for hopes and dreams, and also your worst fears. And Seven of Wands, it's like you really are. Your dream is that you can keep going, right? You still believe in it. You have courage, right? You have sort of, I want to say, the strength to keep fighting, even though you may feel like you're fighting all by yourself, even though you may feel like this is just you against the world, David and Goliath. But nevertheless, Seven of Wands is also the energy of coming up with solutions, coming up with the right solutions, creative solutions for obstacles in your way. And I think this is what's going to come in for you. Maybe up until now, you may have had some obstacles that you really couldn't overcome. And this is why you were feeling a bit futile with that Seven of Swords. But come April, May, June, that energy is absolutely going to come in for you. You can see there's a lot of wands here. Wands, and then good, strong pentacle cards. So this is a passionate time for you. And keep going, right? If you keep going, what you're going to find out, you're going to come out of this period very strong. You're going to come out of this period shining, Leo, because not only is this the card for Leo in the tarot, but it's the Strength card talks about really finding out exactly how strong you really are, really understanding the depths of your talents and your strength and your abilities and your tenacity. And I think that more than anything, this is what's going to come out of this period, because of course rewards will come in. Success will come in. Seven of Wands is very determined energy, right? And so through all of that determination and through all of that consistency, you will not be sort of tamed. You won't be slowed down. You're going to really harness your strengths. And also 8 is the number for boundaries. So for some of you, you're going to be putting the right boundaries in place so that you are really tapping into your strength and keeping your strength for you and your goals and no one else. You have at the bottom here the Tower. And I think this entire period for you will be a Tower event, because there's going to be a lot of things you learn about yourself, right? There's going to be a lot of things you learn about various people in your life, because some people are going to step to the plate and support you. Some people are going to leave you by yourself, fighting, struggling and striving for what you're trying to achieve. So there's going to be a lot of revelations about who you are, who your friends are. And certainly it's a Tower moment in as much as finding out that what your real strengths are and where they really lie, with that Strength card. That's going to be a Tower moment for you, because some of you may not realize that, you have an immense amount of, let's say, cunning or patience or whatever. You suddenly are able to tap into these certain qualities that are going to allow you to succeed. And you may not have tapped into those qualities before, right? And so it's a Tower moment in as much as you're really going to be having your eyes opened up to who you are, how strong you are, and it's going to be a real revelation for you. Let's pull out these clarifiers for you. Then we're going to call this your reading for this April, May, June period 2020. straight out. Ace of Cups, nice. Five of Wands. So there's your struggle again, and that's really what's going to be giving you a lot of sleepless nights, like I said. You have the Empress, nice, and you have the King of Cups. So there you go. There is love coming in for you. I'm going to say these are the only cup cards we've had. Let's look at the bottom of the deck for you. Hanged Man, so there you go. There's certainly a feeling that up until now you may have not been able to put your best foot forward. You're definitely going to be getting a lot of inspiration during this period, which is what the Hanged Man is all about. And there's your Tower underneath the Hanged Man. Okay, so you've got two Tower moments. Underneath the Hanged Man, it's a secondary energy, but it's just something to notice. It doesn't mean anything per se. The Hanged Man does indicate, however, that Leo, you are going to have a huge awakening during this period. Things are going to move a lot faster than they have done in the past. You're going to really wake up to certain sides of yourself that maybe you've not been employing as much as before, but now you realize you really have to try harder in certain areas. This is all part of this Tower moment, this revelation. Now, Ace of Cups comes in for you to clarify that Page of Wands. So interesting, this passion, this new endeavor is also going to include a new love connection, right? So somewhere along the line, some of you Leos may make a love connection during the course of this endeavor, right? So if it's again, what you're trying to do or accomplish is something that you feel very passionate about. But as you go along your course, right, as you go along your path, and again, this is definitely something to do with a business career endeavor, right, or a work endeavor, there is an opportunity for love to come in. A new love is possible for you, okay? Ace of Cups coming in, and it's going to be certainly... You know, it's going to be a new love because certainly whoever this person is that you may meet, that you may encounter, that you have this Ace of Cups with, it's somebody that you're going to meet during the course of your work. So it'll be somebody who actually likes what you're doing. They also maybe even have a passion for what you're doing. And so you guys are going to maybe sort of come together with each other, you know, come into each other or bump into each other and come together in the initial stages of a possible love connection. This could just be even just the inkling of a love connection. Doesn't indicate anywhere here that you're cementing a relationship just yet. That could be coming in the July, August, September period, right? Five of Wands has come in to clarify. So Five of Wands is at the center of your reading, and Five of Wands has come out to clarify. When I do clarifiers, almost always there are, you know, doubling of cards that come out as reaffirmations. And here we have Five of Wands. This battle, this competitiveness that is at the heart of what you're trying to achieve is really giving you a lot of anxiety. It could be that you're comparing your success to other people who've been trying to do the same thing, and it bothers you that maybe you don't have the same success at the same rate or what have you, right? Because Five of Wands, again, is such a highly competitive energy. It's like, who's the best, you know? And it just feels to me that, like, an example could be if you started a new business, say you started a new online business in a particular area, you may be constantly sort of comparing yourself to other businesses in that area. And they may be doing very, very well. And you're still kind of struggling, right? But then again, you know, this is just anxiety and worry. Just don't forget, you know, that everybody has to start somewhere. And some people may have been in a business longer. Some people may have had certain advantages or disadvantages or what have you. You know, what's really important is that this Five of Wands came out over the Nine of Swords, which is a reaffirmation that it's really not that big of a deal. You know, you're worrying more about it than you should. Right? Because like I said earlier, the Nine of Swords is more just anxiety that we put ourselves through, right? So this just reaffirms that the center of this competitiveness and this feeling of really trying to battle it out and be on top in your field, most of the angst associated with that is self-imposed, right? It's something that you're just putting yourself through unnecessarily, right? This just, you know, this doesn't have any indication of, or this is not a signal or a sign of whether you're successful or not, right? It's just something that you're kind of, you yourself, Leo, of course, naturally being an ambitious individual, a fiery individual, Leo, you already come in with the Nine of Pentacles, so that means you're even more ambitious. It's natural for you to compare yourself to others. But just try not to let it become the focal point as it is here in the reading, still continue to try not to make it be the focal point of your anguish, your sleepless nights, your worry, because everything else around this is moving forward, is working out. You have the ambition, you have the, you know, the support coming in for you here with that Knight of Wands. You have the courage and the strength. Certainly you will, you know, you're going to prove to yourself that you have the strength. So try not to worry too much about this. Now, Empress comes in over the High Priestess. This is interesting. The High Priestess is Isis veiled, and the Empress is Isis unveiled, right? They're both representative of associated with the goddess of love in a lot of ways, right? The Empress, of course, though, talks about the work and the productivity of an idea. You know, an idea, the seeds of an idea are planted, and the Empress talks about actually manifesting that, growing that. She is the garden. She is the growing garden, right? The idea is the seed, you know, that comes from our unconscious or our self-conscious, our higher selves, right? It's the seed that's planted, the idea, right? The ambition, the inkling, right? But the Empress is the one who creates it and brings it into life, who grows it, who takes care of it. She also takes care of herself, right? So in a lot of ways, we are talking about someone, certainly here, Leo, you are someone who is coming in with all the skill you need and the energy that you need to manifest this. You absolutely have it. I mean, the Empress is the queen. She's the divine feminine. She's the queen of producing, you know, productivity, creative productivity. She produces the child. So you have it, right? You have it. And you certainly have all of the intuitional and I want to say divine connection with the High Priestess, and you have all the abilities that you need here with the Empress. You just but need to continue to remain focused and continue to remain focused on being creative. The Empress also reminds us that you have to make sure to take care of yourself, right? Make sure to do good things for yourself, to keep yourself creative, to keep your creativity fertilized, all of that good stuff. So during this whole period, especially for those who are having a lot of anxiety, make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure that you take a break here and there, that you do the things that you need to do to keep yourself mentally, emotionally, and physically healthy. Knight of Pentacles comes out. Oh, and here we have the King of Cups. So again, Knight of Pentacles, I want to say, indicated earlier that the ball will be well indeed rolling as you come out of this period, right? Part of this also could be this King of Cups coming in, right? So there's certainly someone who has their eye on you, right? Again, I'm going to say there's an inkling of love that opens up during this period. By the end of this period, this person may make themselves very well known to you and say, look, I got my eye on you. You know, I want to know more, right? They may have something to do with business as well. They may also be resonating with this Knight of Pentacles in the sense that they are, like I said, you may be getting to know them more and more. The Ace of Cups just indicates the potential, the initial meeting, the spark. But by the end of the month, for them to present themselves as King of Cups could very well be that you've met, like I said, through your field, through your business. And they may indeed as you are cementing your path and moving forward, they are coming out to let you know they're interested. I'm going to leave it at that, Leo. This is it. Your April, May, June outlook for 2020. Strong outlook for a Leo who's really trying to accomplish something special in their career or their business or their work area. And it's something they feel strongly about. It's going to be a big period of learning. It may indicate a period of love connection coming in. Certainly, you're going to round this period off strong with strong Leo strength energy. All right, guys? All right, if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Leave me a comment if you're going through this. All of that good stuff. Check out your other readings. They're all linked in the description. But for right now, I'm just going to let you be, Leo, and wish you a beautiful second quarter to 2020. Bye-bye now.